surge testing in the worst affected areas and surge vaccinations in those areas too. Now, what that means is it's asking everyone in the areas where there are the worst clusters of the Indian variant to take a test, and also accelerating the vaccine rollout in those areas, even if it means diverting vaccines from other parts of the country. But the government here says it's still trying to figure out the scale of this threat. It is believed that this variant, first identified in India, could be more transmissible than the UK variant, which is the most dominant strain here right now, but it's not known yet whether it is significantly so. And the government here says that observational data coming out of India suggests that the vaccines that we have at our disposal right now are effective against this variant. But a scientist who advises the UK government has said that he's very concerned. Professor Andrew Hayward believes that this could be the beginning of a third wave of the coronavirus here in the UK. But the size and the impact of that third wave will depend on just how transmissible it is and whether the vaccine rollout can keep up. Tokes?
Tig, the government's made it clear repeatedly that it wants to maintain this so-called Freedom Day on the 21st of June when it lifts lockdown completely. Just under how much pressure is it coming from local leaders to, respect the data, so to speak?
Yeah, I mean, at this stage, I would say that all the pressure that's being heaped upon the Prime Minister, I suppose in reality is coming from both sides, but for the time being, the Prime Minister has said that he's seen nothing so far to make him reconsider having June 21st as the so-called Freedom Day when all restrictions can be lifted. But he did also warn that it might be necessary. In the latest update, the government says it's too soon to say. We'll know more when we've got more data at our hands next week. But there is a very strong pro-business and anti-lockdown, pro-personal freedom faction within Boris Johnson's ruling Conservative Party, among backbenchers in Parliament, and even within his own cabinet, who have reportedly been warning him off changing the current plan. Those backbenchers have previously warned Boris Johnson that his leadership of the party could be on the line if he doesn't allow businesses to get back to normal. It has to be said, though, that is at odds with public sentiment in general. I mean, obviously, nobody really likes lockdowns or restrictions, but the vast majority of the public, or indeed a clear majority of the public, have consistently told pollsters that they believe in maintaining restrictions for as long as necessary. Now, when June 21st was identified back in February, Boris Johnson promised would be led by data, not dates. None of the other dates have been missed so far in this roadmap out of lockdown, but the data now does look like it could be going in the wrong direction.